Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's realistic review in which we are taking a look at the Hurricane Mk IIB Trop. This is a plane I decided to fly out early this afternoon, and I had two very enjoyable matches in it. And immediately finishing my flying for the day and propelling me into making this video. Excellent plane. I had not touched this plane in a long time. I think maybe even 2 years or something. This plane sits at 2.0 battle rating in realistic battle and thus faces a varied amount of planes. But in this first match I fight a lot of the 1.3, 1.0, 1.7 battle rating planes of the Germans. Now the Hurricane has some nice advantages, but it also has some downsides. The plane has a good turn time, but the roll rate isn't too good, and thus maneuverability is alright, but it's not fantastic. It is very versatile. You can put two 250 pound bombs on it, or 6 rockets, or you can use it as a pure fighter and leave everything off. It has decent energy retention. It has good armament with 12 303 Browning machine guns with 350 rounds per gun. They are rapid firing though, and you run out of ammo quite quickly if you decide to spray and pray. You can go through a whole match and kill 6 enemies without running out of ammo, but you gotta have some trigger happiness control. Let's say that. The plane performs best at low altitude and mid to low speed. The plane does suffer from control stiffening and compression at higher speeds, and yeah, it really does good as a Turnfighter on lower altitudes. You can also energy fight in it. It is not super well suited for the boom and zoom roll, although it can make short boom and zoom runs, but if you make longer boom and zoom runs you come into conflict with your average dive speed. The top speed in the dive is only 660 kilometers per hour. And if you make maneuvers, then you can rip something off, so be careful of that and don't make long dives. The plane also has very bad acceleration. This is truly atrocious. Even in a dive it's terrible, and thus if you are in a maneuvering fight and you are losing the advantage in a fight, you cannot get away that easily. So once you have somebody behind you, you have that somebody behind you for quite some time. Now the plane has average climb rate, so in the beginning it is difficult to get to altitude. You will need to side climb a little bit, and from there you really need to get to medium to low altitudes as soon as possible, because this plane is not so good on the higher altitudes. It also doesn't take damage super well. The plane can take a few hits, but if you take solid hits in the wings you will lose controllability quite quickly. It is not a plane that does well with a lot of damage on the wings, and it doesn't fly very well after that either, so you gotta take that into account as well. This match went very well, as you saw. We had a triple kill in there and some other good kills. These 12 303 Browning machine guns are devastating on targets. If you get those 12 machine guns on a fighter or a bomber, those things will just evaporate in front of you, which is great, and that makes it for a really nice finisher. And that can be surprising, because in the past, you know, I flew this plane last for over 2 years ago, I believe, and I had a very bad memory of the guns on this plane, but of course I was a different pilot 2 years ago. My aim wasn't as good as it is today, and of course the lower calibers have been upgraded, have been buffed in a few patches ago, and that definitely shows, and it really is a joy to fly this Hurricane. It is a very stable platform for your guns, and it is really enjoyable to fly this plane. It feels very good on the controls. It responds well to your adjustments, and yeah, it's just a lovely plane to fly. I really fell in love with the Hurricane again, so I might fly out more Hurricanes in the coming months. I hadn't flown them in a while. I managed to rip off one of my gear while trying to land. Be careful of that. 6 kills and first place in that first match. Yeah, the gear rips off even at 270 kilometers an hour. That's where I was at when I dropped the gear, and yeah, not so good. So you gotta really slow the plane down before you let the gear down. Second match, this is a little bit less of a down tier. The last match was a slight down tier, and this definitely is on the same battle rating as I am. We have lag 3s, we have LA 5s, we have Yak 1s, those are all 2.0 or above, so that's nice. A little bit of competition as we take out the I-153 and we go back up into the vertical. We are losing speed, but you can take a shallow climbing angle to take this plane up, and the enemies I had behind me cannot follow. I turn up and I see this lag 3 approaching, and that's the highest plane in my sight, so I really need to take care of him, and I take him out with a pilot snipe for my second kill, which is nice. The enemies that were in a furball here before are spreading out, and Wendell and me here are trying to take out the last few guys. Wendell took out the I-16 there, and there's a lag 3 here as well that we're gonna try to take out here as he goes over the top of his climb. We just come slightly too late to take him out there on the top of his climb. There we have a little bit of control stiffening at 580 kilometers an hour, and I cannot adjust my guns very well, missing my shot, and Wendell there gets a chance to take out the lag 3. That should have been my kill, to be honest, but I should have compensated earlier or taken a different approach, but yeah, that wasn't good. IL-2, next target, right in front of me, and right here I just decide to not take the right aim, getting another assist, and Wendell again takes the kill, who was in the same plane as me. Fantastic plane. Now we flew a little bit towards their mid runway, and 3 guys came repaired and reloaded from that airfield. The Su-2 is going on, and the Yak 1 and the LA-5 are engaging the Spitfire here. I'm diving, the Spitfire takes out the Yak 1, and I'm gonna go in for the LA-5. We're picking up speed, 450 as we go into this turn here. And he presents himself in front of my guns. There was another fighter plane a little bit higher up. I hope he is engaged by Wendell, who was also a little bit higher there. And I left that guy for him in this case, as I was already diving. Here we go, there's another ally right behind me. Yeah, there he is, Spitfire. As our enemy goes down into the buildings there. And we are making our way on an intercept course with the Su-2. Wendell is engaging that Yak 1, which is good. And we have closed the gap. The Spitfire came in first, but he missed his initial shot. And we're going into a dive for the Su-2, which is quite a maneuverable little attacker. And he seems to be going after our Spitfire, which is quite hilarious. They're going into a sharp turn. We're rolling over the top, pulling in behind the Su-2, taking the lead here, and as he hangs almost still in front of us in his turn, we take him out for our 4th kill and last kill in this match, which gives me 2 matches played and 10 kills in the Hurricane Mk IIB / Trop. Fantastic result. And man, this is definitely one of the planes I would now fly to unlock part of the English 3, the British 3. Now let's see what kind of rewards we got for that. Quite decent rewards. This is a low tier plane of course, so the rewards are limited. Let's see, we've got Terror of the Sky, Balancer, Bulletproof and On Hand, 18,000 Silver Lions and 2300 research points. First in the team, I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now that was very enjoyable. This plane is a joy to fly. It feels good on the controls. It flies like an angel. And it has devastating effect once you get behind the target and you spray that target with the 12-303 Browning machine guns, 7.7 millimeters. Fantastic guns. The buff to those guns have really transformed this plane into something else. I had a total blast with it for 2 matches this afternoon and had brilliant matches. I can definitely recommend you taking this plane and even putting a talisman on it to research tier 2 and 3 maybe even. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I want to thank you all for watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.